wanted to kind of pop in and give y'all an update about where I'm at. To be honest with y'all, I've had like a really off week. I've had sick kids. I haven't felt good myself. So everything's just been kind of crazy. So I decided, you know, I really need to get my crap together, figure out what I'm going to do, and get back on the bandwagon. So this morning I decided to go ahead and start my morning off with a smoothie. I have a green smoothie here that consists of half a banana, 3 fresh strawberries, 3 frozen strawberries, some blueberries, spinach of course, and my favorite unsweetened almond milk. And I just went ahead and popped it together, blended it. I've already gotten that taken care of. This week's just been so crazy, y'all. Like, my 4-year-old, he's just been so sick, in and out of it. And I mean, for him to not want to play with his toys or anything, definitely know, like, he is not feeling good. So, I've been home all week with him, and I've definitely noticed, there's a big difference for me, like, when I'm going into my office. Like, I know exactly what I'm going to eat. I have everything prepped, and I've noticed when I'm home, I'm just like, I'll figure it out. Well, truth be told, don't figure it out. Grab a handful of Doritos when you're hungry. So that's not working for me. So I definitely feel like for me, I have to get better at my meal prepping. It's definitely been a struggle this week, but I'm going to get back on that bandwagon and just keep pushing forward. Okay, so it is mid-afternoon. It's about 10 minutes before I have to leave to go get the kids. I'm feeling real kind of sluggish and just not where I should be. Oh, sorry. I've already went ahead and did most of my work for the day. I will take my lunch break so I can go and get the kids. But I've already scrubbed my kitchen. I've got laundry going. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and make me another smoothie. For lunch, I did have whole grain tortellini with a homemade marinara sauce, topped with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and that's all I had for lunch. I ate that probably around 10:30 just because I was starving. I don't know why. Like, my body's just real off this week. Like I said before, I have actually working on my 3rd glass of water for today, so that would make it, I've already got 64 ounces in, so I'm working on my next 32 right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put together this smoothie real quick, and then we're going to go get the kids. So for this smoothie, I have these Dole fruit and veggie smoothie bags. I had bought them from Sam's Club, I think it was, and because they were on sale, which they're great for when fruit is out of season. So I got them. So I'm going to put this in there. I think it's pineapple, banana, spinach, and mango is what's in here. It does stink. I ain't gonna lie, like, it stinks. Straight up stinks real bad. And just a little bit of almond milk. I have my extra spinach here. I'm just going to kind of see how this one turns out. And then if I want to, I think I might add some more spinach. I haven't used one of these yet. I think one of my kids used one. I think Maddie did. I think she made a smoothie with it. But let me go ahead and see. Ooh. See if that will. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and just see how this turns out. Might help if I plug it in. It is plugged in. Why is it not turning on? Oh, there we go. Definitely need some more milk. And you don't have to use almond milk. You can actually use water or even coconut water. I just like almond milk. I love this stuff. Alright, so I'm not sure what's going on here. It's just not doing its thing. I've honestly never had this happen before. Oh, y'all, it's not my day. I've been working all day in my office, and I just feel so drained and just like bogged down today. Maybe it's because my diet, actually I can guarantee you it's been because my diet's been so off. Been eating carbs. Like yesterday I had potato chips, which I haven't had those in forever, and even though it's just a handful, like, I just felt so nasty after eating them. Alright, let's try this again. Looks to be a lot thicker than what it was before. Like when I would usually make it would feel a lot better. Maybe because it was all frozen. I usually do a combination of frozen and fresh. So yeah, I don't know. I think I want to blame HGTV for it. Let me tell you. I got these great ideas going. I went ahead and scrubbed down all of my backsplash, my cabinets. I'm really thinking about doing a DIY and completely redoing my kitchen. I love my kitchen, don't get me wrong, and I love this home that we just bought, but the kitchen's just not my thing. It's more of like a brown neutral, and I love grays. Yeah, this is like super thick. It's like an ice cream thick. This ain't gonna work. I'm gonna get some water. I'm not sure what's going on here. What in the world? Y'all, I've never had this much complication making smoothies. Never. Okay, now let's try. So, this is really weird. Oh, come on. This is really weird. Like, I know, like, my blender has 3 settings, 1, 2, and 3. And so, I like to put it on 3 because I feel like it gets it, like, the most pureed. And so, but even, so I'll work up to, I won't start just on 3. I'll go 1, 2, then 3. And then when I want to turn it off, I know, this is the crazy part of me, I'll keep on 3 and then work down to 1. And then after I hear it, like, slow down and stop, then I'll turn it off. Oh, so much. It's really good. It's a lot colder. Dang, I got too much. It's a lot colder than what I was hoping for. But it's a cold day outside, but it'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and gulp this down, take my tumbler with me, and then we're going to go get the kids. So for dinner tonight, we are going to have pizza. I went ahead and I got the kids these pre-made pizza crusts. That way they can just go ahead and make their own. For me personally, I am having fathead pizza. If you have not heard that, it's extremely popular in the keto world. However, I'm not doing keto diet, but it is a good low carb alternative. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a cup of mozzarella. And I'm just going to go ahead and scoop it in my bowl. Also, if you want to double the recipe, most cheeses come 2 cups. So you can just pour the whole thing in there. Yeah, just a little bit extra. Just because it doesn't pack that way. Okay. So once you get this in your bowl, you want to go ahead and put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to a minute to go ahead and melt it. So I put the cheese in the microwave for about 30 seconds. I'm going to now go ahead and take a tablespoon of this cream cheese, add it in there, and then put it back in the microwave for about another 30 seconds as well, just depending on how consistent it gets. You don't want it just completely sloshed, but you want it pretty good melted. Okay, so I just pulled it out of the microwave. It's kind of melted. We're going to go ahead and stir it up and see. It may need, yeah, I think it's going to need to go back in there for a little bit longer. But I am going to go ahead and mix up this cream cheese with it. Yeah, so it's already pretty doughy, as you can see. It's a good consistency, but I want it to melt just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and pop it back in there. Okay, so I just took it back out. It's real nice. It's nice and creamy. Cheesy. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that cream cheese up with. Next, we do want to add in an egg. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy in there. Hang on. Okay, so now I got my egg in there. Half cup of almond flour. I was very happy I found this sit in the back of my cupboard. I don't have a half cup. I just have my 1/4 cup, my half cups in the dishwasher, so I'll just use this twice. And you don't have to have any specific brand. I just had the one that I just so happen to have on hand. This is the Hodgson Mill. It wasn't super expensive at all. A little more than regular flour, but not a specialty. But it works just fine for what I need it to. Okay, so let me get a fork. I have the tablespoon, but that's just not going to cut it mixing all this other stuff up. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of beat the egg. Let me show you. Just kind of beat it. Just beat it. And it's going to create a nice dough consistency. And if it starts getting too stringy, they say just go ahead and heat it back up and maybe just let your cheeses cool down too much. And this is definitely, I think I'm just going to have to use my hands, to be honest. Can you do me a favor and spray this cookie sheet? I forgot. Thank you. So also before I go ahead and just dive my hands into it, I'm going to go ahead and season it. I'm using some, in the seasoning, it's just kind of what you prefer. I'm going to use some onion powder. Just kidding. Hold on. Alright, I'm just going to use just a little bit of onion powder. While Matt's getting that sprayed for me. A little bit of garlic salt. Like I said, it doesn't have to be, just kind of your own preference. Just a little bit. That's fine. Italian seasoning. This one's just the store brand. I like Italian seasoning in mine. So it's looking okay. It's not, it's a little shiny. I'm going to go ahead and pop this back in the microwave real quick, just for about 15 seconds. Hang on. Now that Maddie got my cookie, make sure your cookie sheet or sheet pan, whatever you want to call it, make sure it's sprayed very generously. This stuff can tend to get a little sticky. So make sure it's sprayed real good. Also, I'm almost done with my third 32-ounce cup, which is really good. So hopefully by the time dinner comes and as everything's done, I'll be working on my fourth, which will put me over where I want it to be. Alright, now that I've got that mixed, or heated back up, I'm going to mix it up some more. They say to make sure your hands are wet when doing this. I think it just helps with it not sticking. I've noticed like that there's a big difference between, a lot of people are like, oh, there's not different. No, there's a difference between almond flour and regular flour. Almond flour for me, I found, is a lot grittier. It's got like a grittier texture and taste. So, we'll see. They say it's supposed to be super good though. I've never had this one. I've always just done it in like a frying pan. And I've used Colby or mozzarella. Or not mozzarella, Colby Jack. Or just like regular cheddar. And then to make a crust on it, spray it, cook it in the frying pan and add my toppings. And then I'll put a little bit of mozzarella on top. I've tried making it once with just mozzarella in a frying pan. And that was a disaster. Alright, let me wet my hands. Okay, now that my hands are nice and wet, I'm going to put my ring back on. I'm going to go ahead and plop. Ooh, it's hot. Plop that bad boy back in here. And I'm just going to kind of knead it out. Just so you know, especially since you have the cheese melted, this crap's hot. Holy cow. Alright. So this is what it turned out to be. Nothing super special. So I am going to, I have my oven preheated already at 400. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of olive oil on this. And then just use my, I don't know what you call it, cooking brush, I guess. And just kind of get it everywhere. And then you'll go ahead and cook this in the oven for about 10-15 minutes or so. Let it get a good little cooking done, because obviously because the egg, and then you'll pull it back out. You'll add your toppings, which I'm going to use more mozzarella sauce, and then whatever you want on it. Pepperoni, black olives, it's all really good. Chicken, spinach, whatever you want. So let's go ahead and pop this in the oven. We'll get it cooked, and then we'll come back when it's time to add the toppings. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start on the kids' pizza. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on all of them. And then just use the paintbrush again, the little cooking brush, and just kind of get it around on all of it. It'll give the crust a good cooking. Actually, I really don't know what it does, but I've always done it. And these are super cute, and they're perfect size. They're not super huge for kids. They're about the same size as a regular old personal pan pizza. Okay. So we got that done. We're going to go ahead and use pizza sauce. I just got the Kroger brand of what they had for pizza sauce. You could also use marinara or homemade, whatever you want. About 2 tablespoons is all it really needs. And just go ahead and spread that out. And then Mad's gonna go first. Go get the cheese.
Cheese. Okay. Watch out, Tuck.
She's doing about 2.
Pepperoni out.
Just put the cheese on first.
Okay.
Check her quit. You can go ahead and spread this out. Watch your sleeve.
Okay.
Girl, get you some cheese up in there. Don't be shy about it.
I'm not. Shy about what? That's not funny, right?
You're so funny.
Do you want to go get the pepperoni?
Yeah.
I'm going to put this on there. I'm not going to get in that bowl because there's not much pepperoni left in this first one. I'm going to put the cheese on there.
I'm just gonna put the cheese on everyone. You get to put your toppings. You want pepperoni?
I would actually grab a big handful.
Huh?
What?
You want pepperoni?
Yeah. It's tiny, tiny piece.
Alright, come on, put it on there.
No. Do you know I like pepperoni? Okay. Yeah. On there, really. Sticky? No, it's not sticky. Make my smiley face. I'm not making a smiley face. I'm putting pepperoni on it everywhere.
Alright, is that all you're putting on there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, hop down. Alright, hop down off the stool. Alright, come on. Do you want black olives?
Yuck.
No?
No, thank you.
What do you want on your pizza?
Cheese.
You just want cheese?
Yeah.
Well, then your pizza's done. Hop down. Alright, Riley.
I like cheese.
Go on. Yeah, go read.
Am I done?
No, you haven't even read. Alright, bud. You want pepperoni?
Yes.
Y'all quit. Okay, so the pizza just came out of the oven. Well, the pizza dough just came out of the oven. And I'm going to go ahead and show y'all real quick on what it looks like. So this is what it looks like when it's done. So now we will go ahead and add our toppings and then pop it back into the oven. We got this over here cooling. I went ahead and popped the kids' pizza in the oven. So while I'm doing this, theirs could already be cooking and they could eat. So I have about half a jar left. I'm just going to go ahead and use the whole thing. Just because me and Kyle both like it when our pizza's a little extra saucy. And this dough will soak up some of the sauce as well. So now I got all of that done on there. Also, make sure to put something underneath your pan because, like I said, it's really hot.
We have a big
So I know that the crust is made out of cheese, but it just wouldn't be a pizza if it didn't have cheese on top too.
pizzas, so I can make a big pizza tower.
So then we're going to go ahead and pop this back in the oven for about an extra 10-15 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.